Well, hello, my name is Justin, and today I'm going to show you how to tie a very simple caving harness that is really useful for people with tiny waists. I myself first started caving when I was just 11 years old, and at that point I was quite the wee little lad. And I was actually so small that there were no caving harnesses commercially available that fit my body in a safe and effective way. So some of the old timers, actually it was Vico Jones, a very knowledgeable vertical caver, showed me this style of harness. I heard it referred to by a couple of names at the time, and when I Google those names today, they don't look like what I used. So I really don't know what to call this harness, but I will say that it works well for SRT, and the harnesses I see of this style on the internet wouldn't really work well because they tend to have one attachment like what you would want in rock climbing. And of course for SRT you need 2 points that come together with the maillon, and then all of your kit goes onto the maillon. This harness actually meets that requirement. Now in addition to the maillon, all you actually need are a couple of small screw links. These are the 7mm Maillon Rapide brand, and a short length of webbing. I do want to stress real quick before I move on that all of this hardware is made in France. It's my own brand, and you do not want to use hardware store look-alike equipment. It is not as safe, it is not as strong, and it's highly ill-advised. Do not do that. Get the stuff from a caving vendor that is made in France. When you're getting this from your caving vendor, also, if you're going to do this on purpose, get a 2-inch wide piece of tubular webbing. Now, what I have here today is just 1-inch webbing because I'm making this video just on spur of the moment, which actually brings to the point that this is a good harness to just have in your knowledge base for emergency situations, because you typically have a little bit of extra 1-inch tubular webbing. It's just so much less comfortable. That's why you don't see caving harnesses made out of 1-inch webbing. It's plenty strong, it's just uncomfortable. But most commercial harnesses are made out of 1.5-inch width. That's not something you're going to probably find easily available. 2-inch webbing, very easy to find. Order it. I recommend IMO, Intermountain Outfitters, or On Rope One, or great vendors. So anyway, this piece of webbing here is 8.5 feet long. Not very long. That's all it takes for me. I'm a 32 to 33-inch waist, depending on who you ask. We're going to tie it together with a water knot. So I'm going to start off with the starter of a water knot, which is just like an overhand. You can learn a water knot elsewhere, right? So we're going to hold it right here, okay? And we're going to bring this webbing around your rear side. We're going below the natural waist, but above the buttocks, like so. You see where it is, okay? Then it comes to the front, so you see now I'm holding it like this. Now, this next part, I kind of hold it under my elbow, right? To keep it in place. This, I make a leg loop around this leg, just like that. You catch that? Pretty simple, okay? Then this comes across the front like so. And now we make a leg loop under this leg. And voila. This is the essence of the harness. Now we're gonna finish off this water knot. Now one thing is, it's much easier to get this tight. I want to show you. You see like so? If you move into your sitting position like you're going to hang. See how I got several more inches there? And the tighter you get this up to a point, the more comfortable it's going to be. Okay, so I have a water knot tied. Now, that's a pretty good fit. Okay, we're going to take these 2 maillons. We're going to see where these 2 come together here like so, right? We're just going to join them with the maillon. Then over here where these 2 cross together like that, put the maillon through both of them. So you can see the maillon grabs in those 2 places, and this is your 2 pieces that come together, just like you should have in any typical caving harness. So you bring your maillon in, and it goes through those 2, and voila, here's your seat sling. So this is what I used for the first 5 years of caving. Again, my version, I had a buckle sewed on. I had it sewed on by someone who makes vertical caving gear. They knew the right stitches, they knew the right thread to use, but you don't need that. You can just use a water knot, which you learn how to effectively tie. There you've got it. If you were in an emergency situation, you could actually just put the maillon through the leg loops. It will not gather the across the top strap here, so much less comfortable. I don't recommend that, but if you were in an emergency, it would hold you, but it's very uncomfortable. Again, if you're doing this on purpose, get yourself some 2-inch wide webbing. But this is it. The only downside I see is that if I don't hold it up, it will kind of flop down. But that's kind of a problem with some other caving harnesses that are even commercially manufactured. And if you're doing SRT, you've probably got on a chest harness, which is holding it up. So that's not really that big of a deal. There she is. So this is the caving harness I recommend for very tiny waist people that can't find one that fits them in a safe and effective way and don't want to be having a custom-made caving harness made for them at this point. Hope this helps some people out. And if anyone knows what to call this harness, let me know.